Hi, and welcome to this new episode in which we'll be talking about interpretation of lyrics. Let's get started. Hi, welcome to this new episode. We're going to be talking all about lyrics and interpretation of lyrics. Now, this episode is going to be a little bit different than what it's usually is because I want to talk about a personal experience that I had that led me to this topic. So a few months ago, I went to a wedding of a friend and we were in church listening to the pastor talking, and he was explaining, he was reading this story, which was about, I'm not sure what it was about anymore. Well, I know it was about sheep and stuff, but it doesn't really matter what the story was about. The clue of the story here is that after the wedding, our friends, so my friends and me got together and we started talking. And one thing that came up was, that story about the sheep and the shepherd. And then one girl was saying, yes, exactly. Isn't that pretty how the clue of the story is this? And then someone else jumped in and said, oh, I didn't understand it that way. For me, it meant that. And then I came in and I said, oh, interesting. I totally interpreted that differently. For me, it meant that. So you had person one saying, this story means A. You have person B saying this story means B. And then you have person 3 which says, no, this story means C. One story, 3 interpretations. And I thought, how interesting, because what we heard were words. It's just words on a paper. We could even read along with the story in our little booklet. So the words that we saw were the same, but our brain made a different meaning out of it. Isn't that interesting? And so my brain continued, of course, to think more about this and look at it when you're singing. When you're looking at a song and you're seeing these words, right, on your paper or your tablet, whatever you use to read your lyrics, what is the interpretation that you give to it? And we can look at this from both ways. So if you're singing a cover, there are some lyrics that are very straightforward, like, hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. These lyrics, these words, paint a very clear picture. I just met you, and maybe I'm crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe, right? It's very straightforward what that means. So when you're singing this kind of song, you can interpret whatever the original artist wanted you to interpret. Now, if we're looking at different songs, like songs from Mumford & Sons, for example, I love those songs. Their most popular song almost is I Will Wait. I will wait for you. Oh, interesting. Okay, someone is waiting. The I person in the song is waiting for the you. But who is the you? Is it a lover? Is it a friend? Is it your mom, your dad? Is it family? And why do you need to wait? Is that person gone on a holiday? Is that person maybe passed away? Why do you need to wait? And then also, what happened that you needed to wait? So you should check out this song. It's a very broad song. So when you're looking at songs from Mumford & Sons, the lyrics go all over the place. It's very abstract. You could make your own interpretation. Now, lots of singers, when they sing a cover of a song, which is most of the singers I work with, so maybe that's you too. When you're singing a cover of a song, you have 2 choices. Either you're thinking of, okay, what is the original artist trying to say here, and how can I say the same? Or looking at the lyrics, what is my interpretation? What is my perspective on this story? In my opinion, that is the most powerful way to sing a song, from your own perspective, from your own interpretation, because that is where you can connect with your emotions and with your feelings when we're singing. Now, next to singing covers and finding the interpretation there, if you're a singer-songwriter, if you're writing your own songs, you can play with that. So when you're writing your own lyrics, how much do you leave open to interpretation to your listener? Or how much do you want them to not be able to interpret and make it very concrete? This is what I'm saying. Call me maybe, right? So you can play with that. Do you want to leave it open, very abstract, very like fill in your own interpretation kind of lyrics? Or do you want to make it very clear what you're saying? Here's my number, call me. And you can play with that. And some songs can be very open and others can be very, closed off. And that is the beauty of playing with interpretation and lyrics. So I want to invite you, the next song that you sing, whether it's an own song, like the song that you wrote yourself, or if it's a cover, be mindful of what that interpretation is. What are those words on the page telling you? And what perspective are you giving that? So, for example, if you're singing Someone Like You from Adele, never mind, I'll find someone like you. You could interpret that as, I'm grateful, I'll find someone like you. Thank you for the time we had together. I'm gratefulness. You could interpret that and sing that song from a place of gratefulness. You could also sing it from a place of hate and anger. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I'm so mad at you that I need to find someone like you now. See, very different interpretations. So next time you sing a song, doesn't matter which one, I want to invite you to be mindful of what perspective you choose. And it doesn't have to be the same as what Adele chose. It doesn't have to be the same as what the original artist chose. So if you do the challenge, let me know in the comments below by dropping a high five. And I can't wait to hear your experience about this. Now, as you know, before singing any song, you need to warm up your voice. So I want to help you with that. If you want, you can download my own personal warm-up. It's an MP3 and a PDF file that tells you which steps to take to warm up your voice step by step in a healthy way, but also in an efficient way. You can download it in the description below. You can find the link to download that vocal warm-up. So have fun with that. Interpret a song that you want to. Let me know how your experience was. And I'll talk to you again next week. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.